The British Prime Minister, Gordon Brown, has pledged 500 more troops to Afghanistan if certain conditions are met. Brown told MPs that he'll boost the British force to 9,500 if they be properly equipped, if other allies increase their presence as well, and if the Afghan government speeds up training of its own forces. Well, Brown made the pledge after reading out a roll call of 37 British soldiers killed by militants there since July. Well, to discuss the latest initiative, we're now joined live from London by Bob Bailey. He's from the British National Party. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Now, Gordon Brown says that more troops will be sent only if those certain guarantees will be met. Do you think it's realistic that these three main conditions will be met?
No, I don't, and I personally would like to say, the British National Party believes that we should withdraw immediately from Afghanistan. I'm an ex-Royal Marine commando. I was in the Royal Marines for 14 years, and from the top to bottom of the armed forces, they're saying at this moment in time that they've not been given a clear mission, and that the mission, the conditions that they're fighting under are very untenable. Afghanistan is not secure, the troops are not safe in Afghanistan, and the reconstruction and development programmes which they've set in place are at this moment stalling.
But you've just said that Afghanistan is not secure. Well, that's a very reason why there surely should be a military presence there. Prime Minister Brown has said that Afghanistan, if that becomes stable, that does actually mean a safer Britain. That's a good point, isn't it?
Well, there is this idea at the moment that we have to fight Islamic terrorism, fundamentalism in Afghanistan to stop, well, to safeguard Europe and to stop the fighting on the streets in Europe. But I don't believe that this is the truth. I mean, we're mired in a conflict now which has a country which has a long problematic history, which really doesn't involve us. These people should be organising under their own terms, setting up their own government, not a puppet government like under Karzai, but proper leaders that have come forward with the best interests of the Afghan people. So you're saying they really need to bring this situation...
Well, hang on then. So you're saying you'd like to see Taliban rule in Afghanistan, the Taliban actually ruling Afghanistan and possibly other regions, which seems to be a major ambition to do, not just Taliban in Afghanistan, but other parts of the world, of course.
Well, there has to be a debate, and at the moment there's a conspiracy of silence about what's going on in Afghanistan as the troop deaths and the amount of people injured just increases. Now, the generals who are in charge of fighting this war on behalf of the governments involved are saying exactly the same thing. We need to speak to the Taliban, we need to speak to the leaders in Afghanistan and to come to some sort of conclusion. And the sooner we can do that, and the sooner we can get this mess sorted out, the sooner we can bring our troops home.
So you're pressing for diplomacy, but look at Iraq. Diplomacy didn't work. Military action has, from many points of view, has worked. And surely, if it can work in Iraq, where we're seeing troops now being pulled out, and there is, from many people's point of view, stability returning to Iraq, why can't the same happen to Afghanistan, even though it's going to be a tough, bloody job for the military to do it?
Yeah, but at what cost at the end of the day? There was, about 1 million people killed in Iraq. This includes men, women and children. And, when you compare how many servicemen were killed from the coalition forces that were fighting there, it's small and insignificant. Nobody wants to see anybody killed or injured, but the cost for the local population in Iraq and Afghanistan is far too high for, the rewards.
Bob, we'll leave it there. Bob Bailey, thank you very much indeed for your point of view, from your political party's point of view, the British National Party there in London. We appreciate your time. Thank you.